United, to sneak into the top four. Yes, they can win the league, but they need to start commanding results. They need to start getting results.
Slipping away.
Because if they don't qualify for the UEFA Champions League, trust me, Zlatan or maybe Pogba might just, force a move.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. Who's going to get him? I mean, he's not going anywhere.
After all that money,
could it be this guy, Jose
wait,
Mourinho? Could it be Mourinho?
Let's talk about let me get Joseph talking again. I mean, he talked about the draw back to back, 3 in a row. This season, United have had the most draws, 9.
Wow.
Yeah, it means they're not doing.
If you look at the whole of Europe, another
games.
team that has that kind of record happens to be Hoffenheim. They just lost their first game against.
But what we've seen in a lot of these draws is that United, they play well, they create loads of chances, but they've been very wasteful.
85 shots against newly promoted sides.
And they scored how many goals from those shots. So there's something wrong when it comes to being clinical in front of goal. And the manager cannot go on the pitch and do that. So it's time
I think
okay, take a look at this one. Andy Herrera that you talked about, he said it was a disappointing night, but another chance on Sunday. Now you've been getting the chance over and over again, and you're still sixth.
They keep bottling it.
I was thinking with most of the teams actually having now. Larry Sané, the guy talked about away win. The whole team played amazing tonight. Now take a look at these players now. Silva, Sané, and Yaya Toure, all of them came to the party and they played well because they knew what's at stake in their own team.
Into their
they needed to win and they won. But Manchester United knew that. Chelsea, dropped points. Liverpool, same thing. Arsenal losing. Tottenham, all of them dropping points. But all Manchester United needed to do was to close up the gap at least.
Just win.
Stay in fifth with Manchester City and just follow back to back. And if you get to win your next game and maybe some of these top four also
that you have
points,
inconsistent teams ahead of you. Things like Arsenal, Manchester City, Tottenham, these are inconsistent teams. So you must command results to get to that position. For Manchester City, good word for them, their biggest win since October. Massive for Pep Guardiola in that one. And I think for Gabriel Jesus, one of the best signings so far, has been doing great and a big threat for Kelechi Iheanacho in that. But nevertheless, I think Kelechi Iheanacho can still come in and sneak in. But I think Gabriel Jesus is doing wonders with Manchester City. Let's wait and see. Kelechi Iheanacho did more than this.
Iheanacho hasn't been in the match day squad now for 2 games in a row. Yeah. It's not looking very good for him.
Well, I was
Sergio Aguero
particularly when Sergio Aguero was on the bench yesterday.
So where's his place?
No, there's Jesus. That's the guy we talked about.
Yeah. So where's Iheanacho's place now?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you got a guy who can actually take that position and master it and make it his own. That was what he has done in the last 2 games now. So it tells you a whole lot that when you have him, and if Sergio Aguero is not playing, obviously he's going to be the one playing. So maybe, just maybe, Pep Guardiola will decide to use him in the FA Cup. But I was thinking he was going to play in that last, but he didn't. He
play
wasn't
against
even there
Crystal
at all.
Palace.
He wasn't even named in the squad. So there's a huge problem now. That why is he not playing? Is he injured or there's something
no, it's not
wrong?
Injured.
I mean, if he's on the match day squad, you understand, okay, he was on the bench, but his name wasn't even there.
Yeah, I mean, it just means at the moment, Kelechi Iheanacho
he needs to do more to get into the squad. I mean, with Gabriel Jesus at points at this point in time, I think for Kelechi Iheanacho, maybe come the end of the season, he should just maybe hand over a transfer request and maybe go on loan.
But let's be careful. Pep is a very tactical coach, and you can see he has made the most changes this season. And Jesus is 19, Iheanacho is 19. So one is getting a chance now and is taking it. When Iheanacho gets his chance, hopefully he has to take it too. I want to go back to Old Trafford. Yes. Joseph, you are blaming the players. Why is no one talking about Jose Mourinho?
Well, for Jose Mourinho, I mean, yes, you want to blame the coach because of his formation. I mean, we all criticized Jose from the start of the season where he had the Wayne Rooney, playing behind the strikers. That really affected them. But that aside, they've got 3 players going forward. Now, you have a UN Mata, you have a Zlatan Ibrahimovic, maybe Anthony Marshall. These are pacey players. Now, they create chances.
Why didn't they even start yesterday? I mean, Juan Mata wasn't too good in the last game. I mean, when he came on, he was terrible. I was thinking maybe he would have, started that. I think he's a better striker when it comes to match winner than Rashford.
I mean, that's where you can actually blame Jose. Selection, I think he hasn't been spot on for a while now because, like I said, you expected Martial, to play out of Rashford. But he's the one that manages this side and he knows what he's in training.
I know, we'll come back to it. Let's take a breather and we'll come back and talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Sports This Morning on Channels Television. We're taking a look at the English Premier League and wondering why Manchester United is still struggling. So Manchester United fans, Let's hear from Joseph. Says the players will ask him, what about Jose Mourinho? What is he not doing right as a manager? Manchester United fans, talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. Let's go to the papers now.
Before we go to the papers quickly, Paul Pogba, you said it. I'm not going to say exactly what you said, but I'll just throw it to Joseph. I mean, should Paul Pogba, the most expensive player in the world, spend more time in training, working on his finishing and his passes, rather than off-the-field antics, changing up hairstyles?
Well, I think at this point, it might be difficult. It might be a very difficult decision to take, but I think Paul Pogba should be relegated to the bench for a while.
Thank you. I love that.
Use some other players. Maybe it will put him on his toes and deliver.
I mean,
so Jose has to be a lot stronger with him.
Yeah, I mean, he should be relegated to the bench.
Tough love.
Because he was off yesterday. I mean, he had a new
Wayne Rooney, he went off on Wayne Rooney, put Wayne Rooney on the bench.
He did, right?
You know,
so he's not scared of making those decisions.
Anytime Paul Pogba gets to have a new haircut,
right?
just bench him. Anytime he had a new haircut and you have a game, bench him, then let him play the next day. You enjoy it.
Because his haircuts are not they're not the simplest haircuts out there. So imagine they take a while
to get that haircut done, and after sitting down for so long in the barber's shop, and you get to the field, 85 million. Come on, that's a waste. Sporting Sun, I'll start with this one. The club says, I can't befriend Diego Costa. I understand, both of them not on the same level. Matic Moses Mock Iwobi says will beat Gunners. And Arsenal had a budget of 60 million. Okay, I know this is a joke. Etebo is back in training. Okay.
Let's go to Sporting Live quickly now before we go to Austin. He will be delighted with 50th Arsenal appearance. I mean, looks like he's having, a great time Arsenal. So hopefully that continues under Arsene Wenger. City demolish Hammers again. The last time they met, I think, was about 5. They got it for 5, right? They got another 4 yesterday. Man United failed in a bid to sign Lindelof. Okay, that's Victor Lindelof, defender from Benfica. The transfer window is closed now, so until the summer before it reopens. Guardiola omits Iheanacho. This is the one we've been talking about, Joseph. And I've got a tweet here from Olumide. It says Iheanacho should just go on loan, or his agent should look for a new club for him on a permanent basis at the end of the season. I mean, what's your take on this?
Well, I think he should go on loan. He's still pretty young. He's 19.
It's too late now, though. Can still go on
no,
loan
I don't think he can. Come the end of the season, he should. I mean, he's just 19. He should go on loan because you compare Kelechi and Gabriel Jesus. You want to pick Gabriel Jesus. You look at his exploit out there before he came to Manchester City compared to what Kelechi and did before he made that move to Manchester City. I'm not saying Kelechi and is not good, but I'm saying he needs more time, to improve and get enough playing time to, build on this playing style and get sneaking rather into anything. For Gabriel Jesus, I see Gabriel Jesus as a player that can play at Real Madrid. I see Gabriel Jesus as a player that can play at Barcelona. So at this point, all he needs to do is go on loan and get more playing time and come back stronger.
Okay.
But you think he still has a future?
Sports, final one?
Of course. He's just 19.
Okay.
Okay, let's just take a look at what the Complete Sports newspaper is saying. Iheanacho's City future, everyone is worried about Iheanacho. City's future looks bleak. We told you Egypt cruised into AFCON final, first win of today's match between Ghana and Cameroon. Watford captain backs a Yellow China move.
That's Troy Deeney, because I actually, he's on record as saying he wouldn't mind going to China as well. I mean, I wouldn't blame any player for going and accepting serious money.
Well, I mean, don't forget, so many sport pundits have criticized Johnny Harlow for making that move to China instead of West Bromwich Albion. But if you ask me, you put Watford and West Bromwich Albion side by side, you want to say West Bromwich Albion all the way. And for Johnny Harlow, who haven't really scored at, talking about Watford, has scored 2 goals so far this in Carnation Lynch, Solomon Rondom at West Bromwich Albion. I don't see that happening. He's 27, and trust me, I don't see what he wants to offer to any club in England. So go in cash it £200,000 per week.
He says his money is not that much, though.
Well, for me, it's all about the money. £220,000 per week.
He says he doesn't earn that much.
It's not up to that because it wasn't disclosed at all. It's just all speculation and all that. But if you're earning 140 in China, you should have stayed at West Brom in England. But thank you so much, Joseph, for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for being part of the program. I'm Cecilia Amalga.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Tayo Salah.
And while you do so, keep talking to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channel Africa. I'm Austin Okonakman. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.